Hey guys. So it's been a little while. I haven't skated too much lately, unfortunately. I had a back injury about 12-ish years ago, and every once in a while it'll flare up, and then I have to take a couple of weeks off of skating just so I can, get back to it again. Which sucks because recently the weather's been freaking perfect for skating, and I have this new spot to come to. So it's been a bummer, but I'm feeling better today. I have the day off today, no plans going on, and I'm here in the morning. I'm back at the spot. This is the spot that I came to the other day. I've had a few more sessions here. I'm still loving it, but I still don't know what they're doing here. I don't know if they're gonna keep building and adding to it or what. It's still just an empty flat area. They planted some trees and they put like this little gondola roof thingy, which is nice if it gets too hot and I want some shade. But yeah, I still don't really know if they're building a skate park here or what. But either way, it doesn't matter. The ground is perfect. It's awesome. And this is like my new favorite spot in the city to come skate. So I'm definitely going to have all of my future sessions here as long as I can. I'm still not sure if I'm even allowed to be here yet because it's still fenced off, but I don't really care. I'm just going to keep skating it anyways. Anyways, today I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about my experience with skateboard bushings. Skateboard bushings never used to be a strong opinion of mine, even with street skateboarding. I always just used stock bushings and I never really cared about them too much. But recently, with street skateboarding, I picked up a pair of Ace trucks because I like carving, I like turning, and these trucks are known for having really, really good turns. So I bought a pair, I skated them. They do turn really, really good, but I found them a bit too squirrely to the point where I couldn't pop and feel super comfortable on my board. So I looked up online and they sold a hard bushing, so I thought maybe that would help. I bought a set of the Ace hard bushings, tried them in those trucks. I think they were like Ace 55s. And I noticed a big difference. They felt stable, but they could still turn nicely, which is exactly what I was looking for. That was the first time that I ever really experienced bushings making much of a difference to me. And I'm noticing that with freestyle skateboarding, it makes a ton of difference, more than I was expecting it to. So I have my Indy 109s, right? And those came with those orange stock bushings. I knew from reading online that that was going to be way too loose or soft of a bushing to skate with those trucks, especially for freestyle. So I went out and I bought Indy hard bushings. I think they're like 94A or something. And I skated those for a while and didn't really think about it or think about them too much. I saw someone else talking about bushings. I forget who it was. Or maybe I was just having a chat with someone and they were telling me about bushings for freestyle. And they said that you should have like 100A bushings. You'll really notice a big difference and it'll feel a lot more stable. So I went around to a couple skate shops in the city. No one had anything harder than 96. So I had to go online. I mentioned this in a previous video. So I went out and I bought 98A hard bushings online, and I had a session with that recently. And it's true, it felt way more stable, it felt way easier to do certain tricks, and I really, really enjoyed it. Even looking back in some footage, I was noticing some things that I didn't think would matter, but they definitely are showing some signs of a difference. Going into rail stand, whenever I'd watch back in some footage, I noticed my truck's bending and turning a little bit, which I didn't think much of. But once I put on the harder bushings, going to rail felt a lot more stable. And then watching back in the footage, I'm noticing that my truck isn't bending like nearly half as much. So the tightness of your trucks even matters for rail stand, which is something that I didn't think would happen, but it's definitely a thing. And it's an interesting thing to think about, like how other ways your bushings and your tightness of your trucks can matter other than just turning. That's really all I ever thought about it. And I always thought, well, I do like to do, and I want to learn some things like flamingos and I want to do like G turns. So having some turn is probably good. And yes, that's true. But even doing things like going into rail and doing rail flips feels a lot more stable with a more tight truck. So that's just an interesting experience that I've had lately with freestyle skateboarding. I have my board here today with the harder bushings. So I'm gonna film a session here, try and get some tricks. I have a couple tricks in mind that I'd like to learn. I kind of want to learn a toe side, like leaned back rail flip. And I've done like toe side rail flips, but I usually do them with like my heel, like I flip it off of like the toe side, so it's kind of like a heel flip. But I want to do it with a kick, like leaning it back and then do it back like a kick flip. So I'm gonna try that out today and see if I can get some. We'll see how this goes. It's been like, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks since I had like a really solid, good skate sesh. So this might not be the best session today, but we'll see what happens. All right, let's do it. So I'm getting kind of close to the toe side rail flip that I was trying to do. I'm just gonna film a couple of attempts, try and get it, because there's London City truck guy just showed up. I don't, he's kind of sitting close to me, but he's not looking at me. I don't know if he's gonna try and kick me out. So I'm just gonna try and see if I can get this trick before I get kicked out. If I do, hopefully I don't. But I'm getting kind of close to it. It's really weird. Finding the flick point is very strange, but I think I'm getting kind of close, so I'm just gonna film a couple attempts, and if I land one, that's awesome. Okay, I'm not having any luck with this one right now. I'm getting kind of close sometimes. It feels very random. I think the key to making it not like spin or rotate 180 degrees is you just have to really lean far back, because I think what's making it spin is hitting the wheel off the ground, and that's what's making it rotate like a 180. So I think you're supposed to lean back really far so that the wheel has some clearance, and then you just flip back. It should be easy. I've gotten kind of close, but it's a weird, tricky flick to figure out. So I'm gonna take a breather because I've been trying it for like 15 minutes straight now, and I'm sweating pretty good. And I'm gonna come back to this one later. Oh, okay, so took a bit of a breather. I think I want to try and get M80s, or at least see if I can get closer to them. I've been able to kickflip, and I know how to big spin, so it's just like kind of combining those two motions, and I should be able to get it. It doesn't feel like a trick that's like completely out of my grasp, and like every time I do kickflips, I like landing to fakie anyways. It's just easier. So it's just that with a pivot. It really shouldn't be that hard. The hardest thing I think is with an M80 is landing with your front foot or back foot that's now fakie, landing with that foot first and then pivoting out, rather than landing with both feet on the board at the same time. That's gonna be the hardest thing. So I think I'm gonna practice that motion for a bit and then just see what happens. Oh, okay, so I just tried a bunch of kickflips too, and there's nothing great enough there to film. I landed a couple sloppy kickflips, but I'm nowhere close to M80s yet, so I didn't film anything. So today's been a bit of a sloppy sesh, not gonna lie. I did get a 360 switchblade, which was nice, and I got a Cooper flip the other day, which I'll throw in here. But overall, kind of a meh session. Getting closer to that toe side rail flip, but it's tough. Just that balance point with the flick is so hard to figure out. Yeah, that's my session for today, guys. Don't have much. Sorry, it was kind of a slower video. It's been a while since I've skated, so I'm just trying to get back into the groove and the swing of things. But anyways, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, comment, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't, and yeah, I will see you around. See ya.